Book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 25. In the NLT, it says, he will defy the Most High and oppress the holy people of the Most High. Now, you should already know that the holy people of the Most High are the Israelites, okay? And we are oppressed under the hand of this devil, okay? Which is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, okay? And he defies the Most High. That's why everything you see being done in America, Babylon the Great, is what? Contrary to the Most High. Oh, precept. Let's go to the book of Psalms, chapter 50. Verse 16 in the NLT again, it says, but the Most High says to the wicked, why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? Right? Because before a time, you had Esau Edom, they declared the Bible was the law of the land. Even when you go to court today, they want you to swear on a holy Bible. They want you to be honest. They want you to be truthful, okay, as they put the Bible up there. But they ain't truthful. They decree unrighteous decrees. They don't go back judging and doing everything according to the law of the Bible. They do their own laws, statutes, and limitations, and penal codes and things of that sort under their judicial system. Not from the way of the Bible. Okay? He just uses the Bible, as, a front. It's a front to him, to the people, as if he's some holy man. But he's not. He's not. He is the complete devil, man. And he does everything opposite of what the Bible says. Let's read down here. It says, so why bother reciting my decrees and pretending to obey my covenant? For you refuse my discipline and treat my words like trash. This is how Esau operate, man. You see? Here it is in the law in the Bible. It says a man should not wear what pertaineth to a woman. Right? And vice versa, how that applies. A woman should not wear what pertains to a man. But not Babylon the Great. Wear what you want to wear. Do what you want to do. Marry who you want to marry, right? Go ahead. Alter yourself. The Most High didn't do right making you. He didn't know what he was doing. Okay. So I'm talking about how they got the same people marriages. The Lord ain't dealing with that. Altering yourself. The Lord ain't dealing with that. Okay. Splicing animals. I mean, we could continue. Splicing the animals. Okay. Splicing the seeds of the ground. Talking about as far as planting. You ain't supposed to be doing that, mingling seeds. But there's so much that this devil is doing that is contrary to the Most High. So he did not receive his discipline. He refuses the Most High's discipline and instruction. So what it says, and treat my words like trash. Yeah. He ignores it. He throws it away. It doesn't even exist. He pulls the Bible out. He shows it to the people. He swears on it. And then he throws it right back under the desk. Okay, and puts his foot on it. Verse 18, it says, when you see thieves, you approve of them. You spend your time with adulterers. Your mouth is filled with wickedness and your tongue is full of lies. You sit around and slander your brother, your own mother's son. And that's what Esau does. This is what Esau does to Jacob all day long. All through his media. Okay? All through his media. You see him slandering Jacob each and every way he can. Right? It says, while you did all this, I remained silent and you thought I didn't care. So you thought I didn't care about my people. But the scriptures still go back and says what? Jacob have I loved, Esau have I hated. You see? So while you did all this, I remained silent and you thought I didn't care. But now I will rebuke you, listing all my charges against you. Yeah. You about to be charged, devil, because you guilty than a motherfucker, man. And we calling you out. The men of the Lord that serve the prophets are calling you out. And it's at the point where even Edomites, right? People of your own nation are calling you out. If Satan rises up against Satan, okay, if Satan be against Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? You see? So y'all falling within yourselves. the cookie is crumbling within the jar, if that makes sense. You see? So it says, while you did all this, I remained silent, and you thought I didn't care. But now I will rebuke you, listing all my charges against you. You see? So there you go. And devil, you guilty, your ass about to be charged. Okay? So now going back to this book of Daniel. The book of Daniel, chapter 7. Verse 25, it says, so he will defy the Most High and oppress the holy people of the Most High. He will try to change their sacred festivals and laws, and they will be placed under his control for a times, and a half a time. And what you think this devil has done? Now, when you think about different festivities that's being held today, the laws that's being upkept today, you think they're the laws of the Most High? Right? I'm talking about for the standard. You think the standard is the law of the Most High? No. You think the standard, the festivities, the holy days are being kept as the standard? No. You have things like Christmas. You have things like Easter. You have things like Thanksgiving. Okay? All these different days that are being held sacred, which are all wicked heathen days. Okay? All goes back to some wicked heathen deity of worship. That's what it goes back to. So even when you mention Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, one body in Yahweh Shai, okay, yes, in the white man is the devil, the devil that the Bible speaks of, the so-called white man, the Edomites, to be precise, okay? But even when you go back to Jeremiah, the 10th chapter, okay, that festivity, which, you know, people know as Christmas, right? That whole festivity if I'm not mistaken, that whole festivity goes back to the Babylonians. All right, a lot of these festivities that you see have been adopted, okay, by American Babylon the Great, goes back to ancient idols, ancient deities, and festivities, and what I want to say, what's the word I'm looking for? They just revamped it, so to speak, remixed it. Okay, that's all it is. Okay, that's all it is. Just like how when you deal with Easter, okay, with the little bunny, you know, that goes back to the Babylonian deity Ishtar, right? I believe that's the Babylonian deity. Let me see, is it Ishtar? If I'm not mistaken, it's Ishtar, the fertility goddess. It won't pop up. That's what that goes back to, but it's like I'm trying to get you an example of, it's under the banner of the bunny, the eggs, you know what I'm saying, and things of that sort. Okay, which that's wrong, you know, but that's what it goes back to. You know, the true meaning, but being covered up by something else. That's something else. That's how he does. That's how he plays on the minds of the people. So when people look at it, they say, just little fluffy bunnies and Easter eggs and candy and things of that sort. But not knowing that whole worship is a sacred, wicked worship going back to something else, back to its true meaning. The true meaning still stands, even though it's something else is pushed in front of it. Behind the scene is still what it actually goes into, you know? And it's still heathenistic worship, point blank, period. Okay, but this is what this devil had done. Okay, so he changed all these things. You see, he holds sacred to what is profitable to him, which is heathenistic worship, and trying to keep not the world, okay, keep the world in its mindset, but more importantly, who is this attack all out against? The Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans of Negro and Indian descent, who are the holy people, who are the biblical Israelites. That's who he really wants to have the control of, to have the mind of, to be subjection to him. That's who he really wants. These other people, these other nations, are casualties of war. Okay? Because the war is against Israel. Like I said before, the other nations are just casualties. Even his own people, casualties. Okay? That's all they are, man. Okay, so I'll end it right here through the spirit. Try to get into this plantation. But yeah, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of great millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopefully elect. Next time I want to say shalom.